Thank you, Pequeño, for that lovely presentation. Everyone, you too can enjoy Sussy Sauce in stores on November 13th. Now, up next is a special guest that needs no introduction, but I will give one to him anyways. You may know him from such hits as Adventures in Walmart, and that one episode of the Just Terrible Takes podcast. Everyone, put your hands together for the Sunglassezman.
What's going on, y'all? I'm Dom, aka the Sunglassezman, and thank you for having me on my own show.
Oh, Dom, we both know this has been the Pequeño and Chiquito show for a while now. Anyways, Dom, for today's episode, we have taken the liberty of logging into your Instagram account to conduct a questionnaire.
Wait, you what?
The purpose of this questionnaire is to give your audience a chance to get to know you better. So, without further ado, welcome one and all to the 2025 Sunglassezman Q&A. First up, favorite Dutch drink.
Oh, okay. Yeah, see, you know what? I get asked this quite often, and I never really know how to answer it properly, because it's so hard to narrow it down to just like one specific drink when we have so many across the board. In terms of coffee, lately I've definitely been in love with our mochas. I don't know why I've been on such like a chocolate craze lately, but that's how I satisfy it. For the lemonades, I would say that my favorite flavor right now is definitely the Shark Attack. It is a blue raspberry, lime, and coconut mixed together with pomegranate on top, and it is like the perfect tropical drink, even though we do coincidentally have a drink called the Tropical. For our sodas, my favorite flavor is one called the Blue Oasis, and this one's made with our ocean water flavor, which is blue raspberry, lime, and coconut. Again, a perfect kind of summer drink, perfect tropical flavor.
Next up, this eager fan asks, what's your favorite kind of video to make?
Okay. Well, to be honest, if it isn't already obvious enough already, I would definitely say that one of my favorite videos to make on the channel is just a simple Walmart video, really. Like, ever since I first started doing YouTube, like all the way in the beginning, just something about like recording there at Walmart feels so natural, you know? Like, I can be as wild as I want to be, and rarely anybody will bat an eye, right? I can be by myself. I could be with my friends, if you guys have seen in most of the videos, because truthfully, one of like the hardest places to film is like at Target or at La Cantera Mall, and that is only because like at those places people tend to like give like kind of looks at me whenever I'm holding a camera or my phone. Yeah, the kind of videos where it's just me at the store just doing whatever, those gotta be my most favorite and the most fun I have while filming. But really, to narrow it down, the Walmart videos are definitely my favorite, and if anything, I can promise you more Walmart videos than I can any others.
That's awesome. Your Walmart videos are classics. My favorite is Walmart Takeover. Next question is one asked by two fans. What is your favorite childhood memory?
Yeah, I guess a lot of people want to know about my childhood, huh? All right, here we go. So I definitely had a pretty kick-ass childhood. I have a lot of great memories from when I was a kid, and I'm pretty sure those are overshadowing the bad ones, which have turned into repressed memories, but that's something completely different. So it's very hard to just like pick one specific thing when I used to do so many fun things. You know, because I remember like all the cool sleepovers I went on, like with my cousins or my friend, right? Like all that cool stuff comes to mind. So I would say that the coolest memory, right, actually stems from a bunch of memories. If that makes any sense. I'm probably not wording this correctly, but what I'm getting at is the times that I go to the beach every year. I think I have the greatest memories of like being with my cousins, because that's like something we'd all go to every year. Granted, not like every year like these last few years, just because like, you know, we're adults now. One of my cousins, she got married, she lives somewhere now, but the memories of like us being at the beach are the coolest. Like one I remember was this house. It was like a 2-story one, and the stairs were like on the outside. So we basically had like our own living arrangement upstairs, and you know, since we were younger and smaller, it was like really big to us. So me and my 3 other cousins, we played hide and go seek up there, and
Oh man, this is gonna be a good one, I can tell.
it's so funny to think back on. So my older cousin Paloma, right? She is so good at hiding, right? Like she was always the best hide and go seek player, and you know, we actually ended up finding her. My other cousin Alicia, we couldn't find her, and it got to the point where it was like we didn't know if we'd ever find her, so we gave up. But instead of yelling out, Alicia, we give up, we left her there and just went to go watch TV instead of just trying to go find her. And I think like either I mean, I don't know if she was exaggerating, but she came out and she's like, where were you guys? And told us that she was like hiding for 30 minutes thinking that she was winning, only to find us watching TV. Oh my god. So anyways, it's a short answer to your question. I would say one of my favorite childhood memories is spending time with my cousins as a kid, because those, like, as you guys can see, like the funniest to think back on.
Those sound like wonderful memories. I can't wait to hear more and see more on the channel. This next one is a thinker. If you could time travel, when would you travel to? Past, present, and why?
Okay, yeah, that's a good one. All right. So time travel in general is just like a very, very complicated concept, right? Like, especially when you're thinking in terms of the future, because it's like, are our futures predetermined, or are we constantly changing the trajectory of time? That's a whole other conversation for another day, so definitely not the future. But what I do, right, and I probably shouldn't, right, because, you know, it's very bad to dwell on the past, but I like to dwell on the past, and I like to ponder what ifs. Like, what if certain events had happened differently, and what future would that have created? So definitely I would go into the past, and a specific time that I would probably go back to is, oh geez, I'm about to drop like a huge lore bomb on you, so get ready. So in middle school, I failed a grade, right? When I say I was the class clown, I was clowning too much, and finally my actions caught up to me, and they retained me, which I got what I deserved, right? Like that was the only way I was gonna like actually lock in and focus on school. Like, I don't think I would have passed high school if I kept up the stuff that I was doing. And that event, me failing 7th grade, completely changed the trajectory of my life. Like, I lost all of my friends because they were moving on to high school, and in the process I made new ones, which I'm not saying is a bad thing at all, right? Like, I am like really grateful of all the people that I met, and truly looking back on it, me failing 7th grade was probably the best thing that ever happened to me. But as great as everything is now, I wonder what would have happened if I had actually passed. It's funny because, you know, like I said, this changed the trajectory of my life. I remember exactly what I could have done to change everything. It all came down to this one essay. I think it was like a history essay, which, like, for those who knew me in high school or who didn't, I was a huge history nerd in high school. So it's kind of disappointing that that's what made me fail. So what I would do, right, going back to the question, I would go to the past, but I would straight up tell my past self, hey, you need to finish this essay because it will butterfly effect into complete world oblivion. The world will fucking explode if you do not finish this history essay. Right? Scaring my past self, but then traveling to the future, or, well, not really the future, my past, which would be like 2020, which is the year I was supposed to graduate, and see how I turned out, how the future turned out for that alternate Dom. So I would just go back and just experiment, see different scenarios and how they could play out.
Wow, that really is thought-provoking. One decision could have changed everything. You and I wouldn't be sitting here together today. Now, we only have time for one more question, and we saved the best for last. This fan asks, what is the origin of the Sunglassezman? We need the lore.
Alright, I guess it's time. So the whole reason this whole Sunglassezman thing started, the whole reason I always wear these and will never take them off, is because
Coming up next on Nickelback.
I think that means something.
Yeah, it means that it's time for class.
Yeah, thank you again for having me on what is now you and Pequeño's show. This was really fun, and I really am glad I got to open up with you guys a little bit. I can't wait to get to know you guys better with the upcoming videos, and yeah, I guess I'll see you guys soon. Later.
Coming up, why Sussy Sauce is being recalled across the country.